Welcome to SoloBoss. We are your hosts. My name is Jean Juknowitz, and my partner here is Wayne Leiser.
Hello, everyone. We're discussing where to go online to register your new business in your state.
One of the top statements that we hear from potential solopreneurs is, I would like to start a business, but I don't know how. As you may expect, this is not a simple process. It takes a lot of time and knowledge, and new solopreneurs will be subject to different and perhaps unfamiliar terminology when attempting to navigate this process.
Let's take this one step at a time. We'll discuss in this video where to go to begin the process. It can get overwhelming pretty fast when beginning a business because there's so much to think about and understand. We'll simplify this process and all these steps in different videos.
Some of the important topics that will be discussed in later videos are bank account configuration, choosing the legal type of organization, company infrastructure, company research, different types of taxes, industry research, and insurance protection.
Each state will have a similar but different process to follow when creating a business. And although we won't go through every state's process, we will provide enough information to give you a great head start.
We will touch base quickly on trademarks, but will not go into detail as it is outside the scope of this video. Trademark names are really important if you don't want to get caught up in court battles. One of the most recent and famous trademark court cases involves a popular country music group, the group formerly known as Lady Antebellum, now known as Lady A. Lady Antebellum changed its name, but didn't check first with the original Lady A. But Lady A was already someone else's stage name. A solo artist in Seattle had recorded and performed under that name and sued first to enforce her ability to continue to use that Lady A name. But the group had trademarked Lady A years earlier. It is always important to check names first.
All the state's website links to begin your business creation process will be included in the video description below. There's a lot more to accomplish when starting a business than just filling out a couple of forms. We'll discuss those procedures in other videos.
Take a look at the beginning pages of a few of the states, but keep in mind that states can change their website at any time, so what we show you may not be exactly what you see. But this video should point you in the right direction.
Let's show you Texas, Florida, and Pennsylvania. Texas appears to have a ton of information about starting a business. This looks very confusing. What is all this information?
Texas does provide a lot of information about registering a business, and this can be overwhelming at first glance. Everything's bigger in Texas, as we know.
So does all of the information on these websites apply to me if I want to start a business as a solopreneur in Texas?
No, certainly the information provided is in depth, but your goal is to run searches and proceed with registering. Texas websites are addressing information for everyone, from the next Fortune 500 company to smaller companies.
How do I know what information on starting a business in Texas applies to me as a solopreneur?
Wayne, to answer this question, let's look at the Texas Economic Development website. The first recommendation is to create a business plan, and although that is good advice, as a solopreneur, you may not need a business plan depending upon your product or service.
Okay, that makes sense. What about some of the other items like location? I don't want a brick and mortar business. I just want to create a service business, go into people's places to fix their equipment and maybe sell some parts or other items as well. Do I need to concern myself with this one?
In that situation, no. You've already chosen your location. It is your residence. If you did want a brick and mortar business, then this would be an important suggestion to read.
Where do I begin to start searching for a business name in Texas?
Researching through all of the information It appears the place to begin is by creating an account on the Secretary of State Direct site, or SOS Direct for short, so that you can search for the company name that you want.
You probably don't know this, Gene, but I used to live in Texas for 2 years.
How long ago was that?
A long time ago in what seems like a galaxy far, far away. Enough about me. Let's look at Florida. Florida has a lot of technical terms and needs a lot of documentation that must be submitted. According to a recent report, Florida has the highest rate of new entrepreneurs. The main website is sunbiz.org, and now that will redirect you to the website dos.myflorida.com/sunbiz. Once you land here, click the link Start a Business. This will bring you to the page to begin the process. Alternatively, you can click the link we have in the video description.
The process for registering a business in Florida is not difficult, but can be time-consuming. There are numbered steps on this page to help you get started. The order that they appear is very helpful. Also helpful is the Help and Quick Links section. A quick overview of these steps are: Step 1, research starting a business. Step 2, identify your type of business. Step 3, form your business. And Step 4, register your business name.
What should someone expect to accomplish from these steps?
Let's take a look. Step 1, researching a business is a For Your Information section. It is not required to start the business, but is filled with documentation to help you learn things like business tax and the business registration process.
Hey, looking at the documentation, it mentions an occupational license comes from the county. What's an occupational license, and is it required to run a new business?
Occupational licensing, also known as business tax, is a form of government regulation. It is required in most counties. If you are starting a business in Florida, definitely call your county to see if an occupational license is required. Okay, back to step 1. The Division of Corporations provides information on this page for required tax collection, demographics, mobile sales, and service.
You mentioned demographics. Why are demographics important as you evaluate your product, service, and location?
Demographic information examples include age, race, ethnicity, gender, marital status, income, education, and employment.
Okay, so if I wanted to start a computer service company, I should get familiar with the demographics and the location I would like to service. So by understanding my desired location's demographics, I can avoid ending up with a lack of local business and traveling far away. In other words, if I moved to a rural area, then I would end up traveling quite a ways to a more urban area for business. Is that accurate?
Exactly. Some of the last items on this page are land use and permitting, assistance programs, and industry reports.
Moving past those items and on to step 2. Identify your type of business. What's involved in identifying your business?
This is the process of determining what type of business you would like to create. There are different types of organizational structures that can be created from C Corp, S Corp, LLC, sole proprietor, and partnerships. These different types of organizations have different federal tax allowances when filing business taxes at the end of the year. This page allows you to get a basic feel for the different types of legal organizations to decide which structure is best for you to create when registering the business and to know what documentation will be necessary.
Prior to moving on to step 3, I would like to point out that Florida has different links for the different types of organizations you want to create. So make sure you're using the correct link when creating your business. Step 3, form your business. This is where we find the documentation that is required for creating the business, whether we are starting a profit or nonprofit organization, and whether we want to file online or mail the documentation to the state. The Articles of Incorporation, for example, which protects your company, are one of the required documents for creating a corporation that need to be filed with the state.
Yes, that's correct. And articles of incorporation are in the document necessary to register a corporation with a state and acts as a charter to recognize the establishment of a corporation. The document outlines the basic information needed to form a corporation, the governance of the corporation, and the corporate statutes in the state where the articles of incorporation are filed.
Proceeding to step 4, register your business name. Registering your business seems like it would help you avoid legal problems with the government, secure your reputation as a legitimate business, build trust among suppliers, customers, and any future potential employees. It would also allow you to fully market your brand and business everywhere. So why does it say optional?
In this step, the Division of Corporations is talking about registering for a fictitious name. This means that instead of someone doing business under their own name, they would be doing business with a company name. You are absolutely correct, and I personally don't consider a fictitious name optional for a sole proprietor. If you're going to start a business as a sole proprietor, get a fictitious name, but make sure you research it so you don't pick a name that has already been taken.
How do you look to see what names have already been taken?
You can click the Search a Business link on the same dos.myflorida.com website and use their fictitious name search to look for the name in which you're interested.
Great tip. Our businesses are located in Florida.
In Sarasota, actually. Wayne runs a professional IT company providing managed service provider services for various companies, and I am a human resources executive. We both serve companies throughout the United States.
That's correct. We both have a lot of experience and knowledge to share. Let's move on to Pennsylvania.
The key to this process in Pennsylvania is to create your checklist. This process is very organized and easy process. The website takes you through it every step.
We've got to hand it to Pennsylvania. They have their act together when it comes to starting a business. We start out by answering some questions, and their website creates an automatic checklist for you to begin the process.
That's an excellent start. How about the rest of the process?
The checklist provides everything you need to know, but it can be a time-consuming process. Go through the checklist and look to see what you need. They seem to have thought of it all. Everything from checking with your bank and providing local office information to providing links where to register your business and fictitious name. They even provide links to get an EIN and workers' comp if you need it.
Is there a fee for filing?
Yes, with everything, we know they want money. There is a filing fee that turns into a yearly fee for filing your annual report. Hey, I'd like to know something. This is great that we've gone through some of the processes for a few of the states, but what about the rest of the people in other states watching this video? What do they do to create a business?
There is a website where they can go in order to get the summary process for all the states we haven't gone through. It's startingyourbusiness.com. It's a free website that keeps their site up to date with the latest changes to each state's procedures. A solopreneur can go to that website for more information.
That website is free? How do they make money?
Well, according to their website, they may earn a small commission from products or services mentioned on their site. But other than that, it is a free resource for people interested in starting a business.
That's fantastic. This looks extremely easy to use. I go to the home page, hover over Select a State, and just click on my state, and it provides me all the links to go to in order to start filing. Is it really just that simple?
Yes, it is just that simple. There is one more thing, though, that I would like to discuss when starting a business. Scams.
Oh, scams. When I started my business, there were so many people sending in bills that I felt like everyone was taking money from me. One time, I received a notice from the Secretary of State telling me that I owed $55. I had already paid out so much money that this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Instead of just sending the money in to pay the bill, I called and said, "What is this and why are you charging me this fee?" And you know what they told me? They told me that it was a scam company and I shouldn't pay it.
Fake invoices are definitely something to watch out for after you start the business. But I am talking more about the various business registration schemes plaguing the internet that people should avoid. If you're planning to start a new business, get ready to deal with a variety of different registrations. Everything from your state company filing to registering a domain name for your business. Each of the various registration processes is step by step, as are the fees involved with them. Unfortunately, however, unscrupulous scam artists have concocted a number of different scams designed to trick new and sometimes even experienced solopreneurs into paying bogus fees and other expenses associated with registering their businesses. Avoid becoming a victim.
If you like this video, click that subscribe button and tap that notification bell and let us help you get started with your success.
Thanks for watching.
This is SoloBoss signing off.